I'm here with Becca from the SPCA, and she's brought in two adorable, rambunctious kittens, Oogie Boogie and Demi Gorgon. So tell me a little bit about how they came to the SPCA.
Yeah, they came in as a litter, so there was a few more of them. The rest of them have all been adopted now. So these are just the last two. Your tongue. And they were at PetSmart for a little bit, but then they got a little bit of upper respiratory, so we brought them back to treat them for that. And then they're ready to go back to PetSmart now, so that's where these two are going to be hanging out.
So tell me just a little bit about their personalities. We got a little taste of them, and they're pretty wild. Yeah. They definitely love running around.
Yes. I think that they'll probably be pretty crazy initially if you do adopt them, just to burn off that energy, but otherwise they are quite affectionate, or pretty much. But yeah, they just like to play. They you know, they're in a kennel, they're getting older, so they're ready to stretch their long little lanky legs. So they'll have some energy for a bit, and I mean, they are still kittens too, so they will probably be energetic for a while.
Yes.
But otherwise they're very affectionate. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so when they go back to PetSmart, yeah. Have you noticed how they interact with other cats, or even at the SPCA, being around, like the noises, like the barking of the dogs?
Like they really don't seem to mind it too much. I mean, at PetSmart, there's kind of a little section between the glass, so the kittens are able to kind of reach through, and they paw at each other and they play with each other. Oh my goodness, you. And yeah, so they interact with each other, kind of thing. But yeah. So I think they're really good. If you have any other animals at home, I think they would probably, it wouldn't be tough for them to get along with a new one.
And kid-wise, they are still very wild and rambunctious. Yeah. So what would you say to families if they do choose to adopt them and they have little kids?
I think it'll be fine. I mean, you know, you might get their occasional leg attack or something like that, but I mean, it's all coming and teaching them how to interact with each other, kind of thing. And like I said, once they kind of burn off that energy, I think they'll be okay.
And how are you doing currently, cat and dog wise? Yeah,
we're pretty full on both ends. We had another mom and litter come in the other day, so we're pretty packed on our dogs, and cats too. So we're actually having our Home for the Holidays cat event. So we are going to start that Friday, and it's going to go until New Year's Eve. So we're hoping to get all of our cats adopted out.
And so what kind of goes into doing that with that event starting?
Yeah, so the kittens, all the kittens that we're going to have, they're all going to be $50, and then the adult cats are all going to be $25. So again, they're all going to be spayed, neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and dewormed. Yeah. And yeah, they're all just going to be ready to go and happy to go.
And you have your jail and bail coming up on Thursday. So tell me just a little bit about what people can expect, and kind of just a recap of what it actually is.
Yeah, so we have quite a few people coming in. Exact number, I'm not too sure, but we got Puppy Love, Groomer Has It, we have Randy Marsh coming in, at Lloyd Animal Hospital. We just have a boatload of people coming in this year. And then even I just added to some extra fun. We added our longest residents on our roster this year. So donations that are going to be made towards those cats will go towards their adoptions. So then they'll be sponsored essentially. And then anything else raised after that, they will, it'll just go right back into the shelter.
And when you say sponsoring a kennel or an animal, what does that mean for people who may not know what you mean by sponsor an animal instead of adopting one?
So we actually too are starting sponsoring a kennel, but the sponsoring an adoption, that's where people can pay for an animal's adoption, especially if they can't take an animal home themselves and they want to help an animal find their home, they can pay for that adoption, and then somebody else ends up adopting them for free, kind of thing. So, and then the sponsoring a kennel, which we're starting up here right away too, is going to be where you can pay, like sponsor a certain animal in that kennel, so you pay for their surgery, vaccines, all that good stuff. And then your name is advertised, business, personal name, kind of everything like that. Yeah, so we're starting that up as well too.
And really quickly before we wrap up, with the jail and bail event, if people want to donate throughout the day, how can they, how do they go about actually getting a donation made?
Yeah, so we're going to have our site with all of our jailers on there. So each of them have their own individual donate button. So they can press on those buttons and it goes through PayPal. And then, or you can come in and donate in person kind of thing, come see all the jailers. And then you can also call over the phone as well, and we can help you that way too.
All right, well, thank you so much for bringing in these adorable kittens, and hopefully they can find their forever home very, very soon.
I'm sure they will.